No need for fancy introductions. We win 3 games. We're in the Football League. Welcome to Buxton 2.0 and the play. And this is the team that we are going with to try and beat Solihull Moors for the first time in, this will be our 6th attempt. We've had 4 defeats and 1 draw against them. Have not beat them at all. We are 10 games unbeaten in a row so far now at the moment. We've got Robertson, goal, Munro and Mallon are the fullbacks with Brisley and Apaya in the central of defence. McConnell, Norris on the wings, Alcock and Blasic in midfield, with Bell and Stewart up front. Dixon, Turner, Cook, Pepper, Torraj and Tasdemir are on the bench. And I'm actually changing my mind. Pepper's coming in for Brisley. I know he said last time that he wasn't going to see Brisley. Well, hardly going to see Brisley in the playoffs. Very, very unlikely. But Stevenson is suspended. So with Hughes being demoted due to his reluctance for a new contract, obviously him being suspended, Mallon goes in at right back. And I am going to tell them to... What shall we tell them? Enjoy the match. Play your own game. We're going to take any pressure off them. We've already overachieved by reaching the playoffs, so we won't put too much pressure on them at all. Obviously, we are in our 4-4-2 formation. Solihull Moors come in a 4-3-3 formation. You can see there. Dallas normally gives us a bit of trouble on that wing. Like I say, we really do struggle to beat them. So, can we turn this around when it matters the most? In the first round of the playoffs, we will see. It's Mallon with a throw-in line with the edge of their area to Blasic. Cuts inside, could shoot here, does shoot, but holds onto it, does Charlton. And early opportunities, quite nice to see. Now a free kick from the edge of the D, Alcock to take. Todd Alcock, his 7th goal of the season, what a hit that is. He made me a little bit speechless for a second then, because Alcock isn't, one that I expect to be scoring many free kicks. This is superb. Very weird position on the wall, I won't lie. It just leaves that whole side of the goal really unguarded. But fair play to Alcock for spotting that and putting the ball in there. We do have an early lead, and now Pepper looks to bring it out of his own area. Looks downfield to defeat us to it. Off to Blasic, and now McConnell has acres of space on that right hand side. There is now a man back with him. Can he find a cross? He can towards Bell. Headed clear. Maycock further out, but Blasic to Alcock. Dispossessed by Hill. Blasic finds McConnell. McConnell, I have no idea how that has not gone in. I think the keeper saved it, and he sort of went across the face of the goal, and there was nobody there to tap it in. Now the nose looks to bring it forward for Solihull, but intercepted by Mallon. The highlight does continue though. There we go. I was going to say, it was very weird that the highlight continued for that extra bit there. Dallas has gone off injured, which could be pretty crucial for us. Like I say, he has been a pretty key player against us this season, so while you never really want to see people get injured, it obviously gives us a bit of a boost as well. As does the fact that Solihull Moors haven't had a shot on target yet in this half. They've just had the first one. It's amazing how often that really does happen. We go into half time, 1-0 up. Perhaps should have been 2. And I'm going to tell them to try and find another gear to take charge of this match if we can. And not make any changes there. But hopefully, like I say, we can go and see this out. Don't particularly want extra time, if we can help it. So a second goal would really help us in that regard. And we will go and make a change in about 5 minutes time. Alcock, can he swing across him maybe? He can to Mallon, who hits when it's blocked. Back to Alcock. Blasic. Back to Apaya. Malin. That's a wonderful reverse ball to find Bell. And Sam Bell does make it 2-0. It's a lovely goal. And we should now be into the second round of the playoffs. And this reverse ball by Malin is beautiful. Bell hits it first time across the keeper. 2-0 Buxton. We are cruising on the path to facing Rochdale in the next round. Blagic is going to come off here for Torraj. Norris is going to swap with Monroe. Come off for Dixon. And McConnell is going to come off for Turner Cook. As we have a corner, Norris to deliver. Pepper can't quite get there, but we won a penalty for push on Pepper by Maycock, apparently. Norris is going to step up. And will he make this 3-0? Yes, he will. Absolutely no doubts when Norwich steps up. That's his 13th for the season. And if there was any doubt beforehand, there's not anymore. We will be into the semi-finals of the playoffs against Rochdale. And it's good to see that we can put that, not great performance against Scunthorpe behind us. We can hopefully keep building on this. This will make us 11 games unbeaten. So build on that. Go forward. Morale is high. Players have got minutes in the legs. Shouldn't be too tired against Rochdale. Rochdale, a very good side, as I think Hill has got himself sent off here. He has indeed. It's a straight red card for a 2-footed tackle. Just to compound the misery even further with Solihull Moors. And we move on to the semi-finals of the playoffs against Rochdale in 3 days' time. That is coming right up. So Stevenson remains banned, so we're going for an unchanged 11 from that game last time out. We've got Robertson goal, Malin, Apaya, Pepper, Monroe is the back four, McConnell, Blasic, Alcock and Norris in midfield with Bell and Stewart up top. Our history against Rochdale sees us 1 win, 1 draw, 2 defeats. But we did beat them last time out just a couple episodes ago, last Friday. So hopefully we can keep that going. Gillingham won on penalties in the other semi-finals. And we'll tell them pressure's on them again. We're going to take all the pressure off our players. We are not expected to do anything in 4-2-3-1 for Rochdale. Tolaj obviously has a very, very good record against us. But we are unbeaten in 11 games, so you never know. There's a chance. But yeah, like I say, hopefully we can do a decent job, but there no expectations on us at all in this game. So we'll just see how it goes away from home as well. Of course, our very first meeting with Rochdale finished a 6-6 draw. And while I wouldn't be too keen on extra time, 6-6 would be a very entertaining episode again. Norris in the box here, hits the top of the bar and goes over for a goal kick. And it's a very early chance there for us to have taken the lead. It's the only bit of action we've seen in these opening 25 minutes, which for me is a good sign. We're keeping them quiet. I think for us, it's a case of hitting them on the break, trying to take chances when they come. Hughes has gone off injured. Sinclair, Wilson. Bit of a gap there for him to run into, but it's a poor effort in the end. And if we can restrict them to shots like that, we'll be very, very happy. We just need to take our chances when we get them. And I was going to say, it looks like we're going to go into half-time at a 0-0. We have a chance here. Ball towards back post. That's a wonderful cross. And James Norris heads home to give us the lead. What a cross that was from Malin. That is sublime. Obviously, Liverpool fan. But that reminded me of, prime Andy Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, that cross. Deep towards that back post, cuts out absolutely everybody. What a ball in that is. And it allows Norris to steer in at the back post and just nod past the goalkeeper. We do have the lead, and there's another highlight just before half time. Oda back to Williams. Tolaj in behind now, brings it down and finds the back of the net, but I think the flag is up. Tis indeed. He did look like he just strayed. It wasn't the best save from Roberts, it wasn't the most convincing, but disallowed regardless. Again, we're going to take pressure off, and yeah, we're just going to put no pressure on them at all. Keep everyone as relaxed as possible, as light as possible, and know that we doing the job that we wanted them to do so far. We are going to go to cautious. As you can see, Rochdale are sort of dominating possession, having more chances, but the only real statistic that counts is that one up in that top corner, where it says we lead 1-0. And with 20 minutes to go, Blasic is going to come off at Toraj. Monroe switches with Norris, and once again Dixon comes on, and I think we're going to do the same again. McConnell off for Turner Cook. So the same 3 changes in this game as the last one, with 15 minutes plus stoppage time to hold on to this 1-0 victory, well, this 1-0 lead for the victory. It'd be nice if we could grab another one, but if not, I'd be very, very happy. We just need to keep them out for the last 2 minutes of stoppage time, and we have done, and we're into the playoff final, perhaps very, very unexpectedly. And we've played really well in both these games. We have played really, really well. So yeah, we do play Gillingham in the final in 7 days' time. So they'll have time to rest from their extra time. Antics, we will have chance to, recover. I think we're going to give Blasic injections to play in that final because he's such a crucial player. And yeah, we're getting a 3-game episode. Gillingham is up next. So, as the change of clothes may indicate, we've risked the curse. We've had to turn the game off. We recorded the previous two parts of the episode yesterday. I then had to go work, and we've come back for the final bit. So yeah, we may have cursed ourselves by turning the game off, and we're in a good run of form. I think we're 12 games unbeaten coming into this playoff final against Gillingham. You can see we've won 1, lost 3 against them in our 4 meetings so far. Last time out was the 6-1 victory over them back in March. I doubt it's going to be that easy this time around. Gillingham, very, very good side, a big side as well, as most teams are at this level. We've got Roberts in goal, Malin, Apaya, Pepper, Monroe, McConnell, Blasic on his injections, Alcock, Norris, Bell and Stewart, with Dixon, Turner, Cook, Brisley, Torraj and Tasdemir completing the bench. Stevenson is still banned. So let's go jump into this playoff final and see how much the curse is going to hit us, shall we? Yeah, I've never really, gone into the whole superstition of turning the game off when you're in a good run and coming back and losing. So we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm going to tell them to not let run a good form put to an end. That's confused Todd Alcock. Okay, we're going to tell every single player we've got faith in them. Please, the motivated a couple of them. Alcock is still confused. That's fine. That's fine. Gillingham in a 4-4-2 formation as well. A couple of new gens in there. Also, and obviously us in our typical 4-4-2 formation. Gillingham, of course, finished the season 2 places below us. We were 5th, they were 7th. We are 2 of the worst teams that entered these playoffs, in theory, left in this. So we've all had to play 3 games to get here. Both teams should be, perhaps as tired. They had to play extra time in their semi-final game, but, we've had a week since then. So players will have had sufficient time to recover. As Cottrell swings a corner in, Alcock heads clear. Bell is chasing it down, but doesn't get there before Anderson. Back to Cottrell. And Rusian, that's a big save there from Roberts. Got out quick, nullified the danger. Smart play from the goalkeeper. Cottrell once again with the corner. Better delivery this time. It's flicked on for Searle to Broadbent. He could hit this and does, and it's gone over. And 20 minutes into this game, we are still 0-0. And highlight streak from the resulting goal kick. Apaya out to Marlon. Wasn't the best ball, made him come back for it. Apaya clears downfield. Stewart's not going to get anywhere near there. And Wellens had space to bring it down. Anderson on this near side. Plays one over the top. That's a great ball for Butterfield. And that's another huge chance gone begging for Gillingham. We're going to encourage them. See if we can maybe nick a goal here. Because, you know, statistically, they have been the better team. Quite comfortably. Cottrell on a knock swings the free kick in and we've given away a penalty. For Apaya impeding Scott Banks apparently. Didn't see it, but there we go. Can Roberts save us here? Cottrell steps up and scores, and Gillingham have the lead from what is potentially a contentious penalty. Disappointing, but we'll try and keep heads held high. Keeper goes right, but it's a great penalty from Cottrell into that bottom corner. We have a throw in here from Marlon. Back to Blazic, gets it back off him. Can he swing a cross in? Takes on his man, finds Alcock, whose head is just wide of the post. Let's encourage after that as well. Keep heads high, like we said. It's crucial that at worst we go in at half time with just a 1-goal deficit. We can't allow them to score a second. And Cottrell is in here. Great space and lovely finish from Ben Cottrell. And right as I was talking about not conceding a second, that could have perhaps put the game beyond us. Yeah, we caught out there. Payet doesn't win the header. And Munro follows a man inside for some reason. Doesn't stay at left back. And that's where Cottrell cuts into. It's a great finish. And yeah, it's 2-0. We're going to have to demand some more from the players here. And a throw in now for Gillingham. And it is all Gillingham at the moment. We're going to drop to Cautious. Rusian brings it down. Should make it free. And somehow misses again. And we are clinging on. We are being completely dominated here. And looking at how the game's going, I don't think it's the curse of turning FM off. I just think Gillingham are a superior team. Stewart can't win that header. Broadbent into Rusian. Forced backwards. Wellens. Banks. Hits one from range and it's just over the bar. And let's just demand some more again. Final 2 minutes of the half. And we do go into half time 2-0 down. And I'm going to tell them that the game is pretty much over. I'm going to tell them, you know, that is pretty much it. Pepper is having an atrocious game. We are going to criticise him. And in fact, quite a few other players. Anyone that is under 6.6 is going to be told that I am disappointed in them. Everyone's fired up. They're all motivated. So no changes at half time. And Munro with a throw-in. Stewart gives it back to Munro. He swings across in towards McConnell, who does get there, but his header is wide. And I think we go very attacking here, and we're going to berate them as well. A couple of players reacted well, a couple did not. But yeah, I mean, we're chasing this game now. We're going to have to go for it. Let's demand more. Pepper's having a terrible game. I think we may have to take him off here. So he's going to come off for Brisley. Dixon's going to come on for Stewart, and Blazic is going to go off for Torraj. So all 3 changes made just after the hour mark. We've got 25 minutes to find 2 goals if we want to take this to extra time. And that time is just ticking away. 15 to go. Gillingham with a free kick on the edge of the centre circle. Spencer Adams. Into Wellens. He finds one in behind for Butterfield. Big save once again by the goalkeeper. Out for a corner, and we've just been carved open that easily once again. We really need to potentially look at a counter-attack. Wellens corner, headed clear. Dixon isn't going to get there. Curtis into the area, dispossessed by Dixon, out for a throw-in. Can we get something? We're having more shots now, but we're not particularly doing anything with them. It's the man more. We have got word the ball into the box as well, so it looks like it's not going to be our year. It looks like we're going to lose in the playoff final. Sutton plays one forward. Curtis may have been just onside. It's deflected. Apaya, what are you doing? Fortunately, Roberts again with another huge save to keep that one out. There's 3 minutes to go. That is going to be our season over. Banks with the corner. Flicked clear. Spencer Adams dispossessed by Toraj. We need to get this ball forward. Players are streaming forward, but Toraj doesn't play a pass. And we've got 3 additional minutes. That is going to be, like I say, the season over. We weren't good enough on the day. And yeah, it was such a poor performance in the end. Like I say, I don't like to think it was the curse of turning the game off. We just played very, very poorly when it mattered the most, as we've seen so often with this Buxton side through history. You know, when it comes to big games, we don't perform. But playoffs is, you know, better than we ever expected. We were just expected to avoid relegation or attempt to avoid relegation. So we are massively ahead. I mean, even in 5 years' time, they wanted to be established. So we are well ahead of where we should be. We're just going to come back next season and hope that this young squad can do the job then. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on Monday for the start of a brand new season. Bye-bye.